Well, hello once again, my students. I hope you're having a fantastic day. My name is Jay, and it's time for us to learn English once again through a read and repeat story. Now, as always, my stories will help you with your English fluency, your English comprehension, and English vocabulary. So let's get ready to get into today's lesson. For those of you who do not know, you can read along with today's story. I have put the story down in the description of today's lesson. Okay, so you can read along with me. Just go down to the description. All right, are you ready to dive into today's lesson? Before we do, let me remind you that I do lives here on the channel, and you want to make sure you're subscribed and check to see if you have that notification bell on so you can be notified when I go live. I go once a week, but I may be going twice a week. I don't know. If you miss it, you can watch it on the channel under my live channel. Okay. With that being said, let's dive into today's story and let's have a good time learning English. In the midst of a winter chill, Tommy, a determined but somewhat clumsy man, decided to tackle the tough task of painting his house. Okay. In the mist. The D is somewhat silent. Mist. Okay. In the middle of. Okay. A winter chill. Now, a winter chill can be described as like it is where I am today. Today, it is about 37 degrees. Last night, it was about 14 degrees. So that's cold. Chilly is another way of describing how cold it is outside. Now, another key vocabulary word is clumsy. Okay, when someone is clumsy, they're the type of person that trips over everything, drops something, bumps their head all the time. Okay, my son, I consider him to be the clumsy child. He's always calling me about something he has hurt. Okay, he's prone to accident. Okay, when he goes plays basketball, he'll hurt himself sometime, and so he's the clumsy one. So Tom, being a painter, we can expect him to do something silly in today's story. Maybe drop the paint or fall off the ladder. I mean, who knows what he could do. Now, when you decide to tackle something, okay, now you can tackle someone playing sports, grab them and bring them to the ground, or you can tackle a problem. Okay, to tackle a problem means to go ahead and do a task at hand. So if I have to wash my car, I'm going to go ahead and tackle this car and go ahead and get it washed. Okay. To tackle, to handle an assignment or to solve a problem. Okay. Let's read and repeat. In the midst of a winter chill. Tommy, a determined but somewhat clumsy man, decided to tackle the tough task of painting his house. With a brush in hand, he navigated through a snowy landscape, leaving amusing footprints of paint in his wake. Okay, let's look at some of these key vocabulary words. When you navigate through something, you pretty much try to find your way through. So if you ever had a junky house and you haven't cleaned your house, you have to navigate through all of the trash in your house. Okay. So you find your way through. Okay. A snowy landscape. So when you consider Tommy's house, he had a lot of things in the way, especially paint, probably white paint, which is like snow. And so when he stepped on the ground, he left footprints. Just like when you're walking in the snow, you leave footprints. Okay. Now, when it says in his wake has to do with at that particular time. Okay. In his wake, or while he was doing something. All right. In his wake. Let's read and repeat. With a brush in hand, he navigated through a snowy landscape. Landscape or landscape. Leaving amusing footprints. Amusing footprints of paint in his wake. Excellent, excellent. The vibrant colors against the snow created an unintentional masterpiece, as if the winter landscape was joining Tommy in his artistic endeavor. Okay, so here you have Tommy painting his house, and his house is somewhat matching up with the snow outside. So notice the vibrant colors. When something is vibrant, it's bright. So if you notice in the background, I have a vibrant color, a purple color. So it's bright. Okay. Unintentional. It says he created an unintentional. So when you do something unintentionally, you do it without planning, or you do it by mistake, or it was a mishap. So you may say, I'm sorry I stepped on your shoes. It was unintentional. Okay. Or you may say, I am sorry I turned off the TV. It was unintentional. I simply sat on the remote. Okay. I didn't mean to break your phone. I dropped it. It was unintentional. Okay. A masterpiece is something that is priceless. It's something that is beautiful. And when you look at it, you're like, wow, you did a great job. A masterpiece. Now, masterpiece is what we consider a compound word. It has two words in one, master and piece. Now, if you would like to learn more compound words, let me know down in the comments section, and I will do lessons on compound words. That was one of my favorite things to do in grade school, was compound words, two words in one. Okay. So you may consider a painting to be a masterpiece, or you may say, wow, you put together that outfit nicely. You look like a masterpiece. Okay. An endeavor or artistic endeavor, artistic. Something that is artistic has to do with art. Okay. Something that someone created. It's artistic. When you look at the slides that I make for my lessons here, you would say, wow, Jay, those are very artistic masterpieces of slides. Okay. The slides you make, they look very nice. They're colorful. Okay. An endeavor is something you do, an endeavor. So you may say, I hope you have a blessed day and great things happen with all of your endeavors, okay? Your business, what you do, different duties or tasks, okay? Let's read and repeat. The vibrant colors against the white snow created an unintentional masterpiece, as if the winter landscape was joining Tommy in his artistic endeavor. Excellent. His attempts to reach the higher spots involved comical stretches and a few wobbly moments on the ladder, causing laughter to ripple through the quiet winter air. Okay? A comical stretch. So a comical stretch could be like I'm reaching for something and I'm You're looking at how I'm reaching and it's making you laugh, okay? Hand me that pen. A comical stretch. Okay? Wobbly. When you wobble, you're like, oh. Okay, he's about to fall off the ladder. Okay, wobbly. Okay? This chair, you may say, it's wobbly. Or you may get in the bed and be like, this bed, it's wobbly. Okay? It's not something I can trust. It feels like it's going to break or fall apart. Let's read and repeat. His attempts to reach the higher spots involved comical stretches. Comical stretches. And a few wobbly moments on the ladder, causing laughter to ripple through the quiet winter air. Now hold on, we're almost done. Despite the occasional spills and splatters, Tommy's enthusiasm never wavered, turning the mundane task into a whimsical winter spectacle. Wow, so this sentence has a lot of adjectives, okay? A spill and splatter. So when you spill something, it goes everywhere. A spill and splatter, okay? Then it says he never wavered, okay? It was a tough task, but he didn't quit. He did not waver. He did not give up. That's what it means to waver. He didn't start and then stop. Mundane. A mundane task is something boring. You're like, wow, this is just so mundane. This is boring. Or you may just say, this sucks. Okay? I hope my lessons are not mundane. All right, a whimsical winter spectacle. Whimsical, okay? It's kind of synonymous with mundane, okay? It's whimsical, it's like, whatever. I really don't want to paint the house, but it needs to be done. A whimsical spectacle or whimsical task. A spectacle is something you look at or experience, okay? I went to the grocery store and what a spectacle I saw. The lines were out the door. Or you may say, there was a sale at the market and it was such a spectacle. People were fighting over bananas and apples. Let's read and repeat. Despite the occasional spills and splatters, Tommy's enthusiasm never wavered, turning the mundane task into a whimsical winter spectacle. Great job. Now, here's our last slide. As the final strokes were added, the once dull house now stood as a testament to Tommy's determination, and the snowy surroundings witnessed a clumsy but heartfelt transformation. So in other words, Tommy finally got the job done and his ugly house now looks pretty because he added new paint. That's pretty much what this sentence means. It was difficult, but he was determined and he finished. Okay. Notice it says his once dull house. Okay. So you could drive by Tommy's house and be like, nah, that house looks all right. But once he added paint, you're like, whoa, that's a pretty nice looking house. Okay. Okay. Something that is heartfelt, it means that you put all you had into it. Okay. So you may say that was really a heartfelt explanation, or that was a heartfelt apology. Okay. I know you're sorry because that was heartfelt, versus someone saying, I'm sorry, will you forgive me? You're like, that's not heartfelt. You don't really mean that. But if it's heartfelt, you're like, look, I'm so sorry that I stepped on your toe and I locked the dog out the house. I am so sorry. Will you ever forgive me? I didn't pick you up on time. I'm sorry. That's heartfelt. Let's read and repeat, and then we'll be done. As the final strokes were added, the once dull house now stood as a testament to Tommy's determination, and the snowy surroundings witnessed a clumsy but heartfelt transformation. Wow, great job. Great job. Great job. Have you ever had to paint something? I have. I've had to paint a room. Never had to paint a house on the outside, but I've had to paint plenty of rooms. Now I just have to hire someone to do all of the painting. All right, let's look at today's quiz and let's see if you can get today's questions correct. What does mundane mean? Question number 1. What does mundane mean? Do you remember? What does wobbly mean? And finally, what does vibrant mean? Okay. You may have to go back and listen to the story again if you did not comprehend or understand. But once you get the answers, I want you to write them down in the comment section. And as you know, I love interacting with my subscribers. So leave those answers down in the comment section. And if you have a question, don't hesitate to ask. Okay. Any other comments, leave them down in the comments section. And I will do my best to answer your comment. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Thank you for all of the new subscribers. I really appreciate you guys. Make sure before you finish today's lesson to turn on your notification bell, so when I go live, you'll be notified. And if you're available, you can come and watch and interact with me. I also have a podcast available. That link is down in the description, and you can listen to, I have probably over 100 different episodes that will help you with your English comprehension, vocabulary, while you're on this English journey. And I'm on Instagram. I think that link is also down in the description of today's video. Well, as always, thank you so much for spending time with me today. I hope today's lesson has helped you, and I hope you join me on my next lesson. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you then.